Biomaterials, by definition of David Williams, the former editor-in-chief of Biomaterials Journal, his definition is that a biomaterial is a substance that has been engineered to take a form which a law of a complex system is used to direct by control of interaction with components of living systems the course of any therapeutic or diagnosis procedure. So the definition of biomaterial basically is threefold. The first thing, biomaterial is a thing, it's a substance. Secondly, it interacts with living systems such as cells, tissues, organs. Lastly, but most importantly, is for the therapeutic and the diagnostic meanings.
So what is not biomaterial?
They don't have the therapeutic or diagnostic. That is not biomaterial. Yes. Yes. But usually we talk about the interact with things. We use it for culture, like petri dish, culture of cells, and other things to help deliver vehicles to deliver drugs more efficiently. And those are examples of. So, how about the biomaterial in the past? So, since the dawn of the human society, people already have started using materials as biomaterials. Like archaeologists, they found that like golden wells in the ancient Egyptians, and also ancient Maya used nacre, seashell, to replace teeth. And they found the modern technology like X-ray. They found those nacre-made teeth integrate very well to the surrounding walls. That's amazing. And the last but not least, the first president of the United States, George Washington, have teeth made of ivory. So you can see from the past that actually people use everything available to them to do this purpose. But there's no science and technology behind this. We are just use everything available, such as gold, seashells, ivory. So biomaterials date back to 1940s. I'll talk about this little bit story. And the inventor is Sir Riley. Sir Riley is a surgeon. At the time during the Second World War, you had the British fighting with Germany. And one of the British pilots flew this kind of aircraft called the Hurricane. He forgot to put on his goggle. And then after the battle, the cockpit, some small pieces of glass come to his eyes, and he needed to do the surgery. And the surgeon really find that those plastic doesn't get any inflammation in the body of this pilot. And think about, then we can use it for biomaterials, as biomaterials for intraocular lenses. This is how intraocular lenses look like. The material for making these intraocular lenses is called the PMMA, chemical structure is right here. So this is the first evidence people using it intentionally as biomaterial. First, it is the same PMMA, polymetallic microscopy. And secondly, it interacts with the human body, in this case, human eyes. And thirdly, is to improve patient's vision. So it fulfills three meanings of biomaterials. I'll give you a few examples, not all the full list of biomaterials used today. Those are being used in the medical devices in the current time. First thing is called the ear joint, made of silicon rubber. It has a tremendous mechanical property, can be bended thousands of times with ease. The second case is a breast implant made of silicones. Power bombs made of polyester and stainless steel. And you can see here, it's made of titanium, the hip joint, that can be used lasting for like 5 to 10 years. Really can improve patients' health and conditions. This artificial heart made of polyurethane and metal. And last but not least, the intraocular lenses we have PMMA. And this is old data. It's dating back to year 2000 when I was graduate student at the University of Washington and the Biomaterials. It summarized all the biomedical devices have been used every year. Intraocular lenses is about 7 million, contact lenses 35 million, and so on and so forth. You can see that it has been used to save millions of people's lives. And also you can see the market, the share of the market is in $1 billion every year. Really huge market. Biomaterials can be used as tissue engineering scaffold. I'll give you one example showing here. This is from a review paper from Ali Kazami's group at MIT. They use so-called gel MA hydrogels. This material can be used for different purposes. For example, neuronal tissue engineering, skin tissue engineering, skeletal muscle, cardio, liver, kidney, you name it. But the beauty of the thing I want to show that nowadays scientists can tune the parameters. For example, for skin tissue engineering, you really need the material to be elastic. And for the neuronal tissue engineering, you need the material to be conducted to electricity. And for liver, you need to get the vascularization and other things. And for bone, you need to be strong and tough. All this can be tuned by tuning the material properties to achieve the goal. A few slides, I'll talk about one example. I work personally. It's called artificial kidney development. So if you look at kidney is a very complex organ. It's composed of more than 26 different types of cells. But as an engineer, you want to build it, we can view it as a combination of different small units. The small unit called, in the kidney is called a nephron. Nephron is made of two parts. It is rolled up picture. One is glomerulus. It's in this red color, the bulky structure. The basic function is for filtration. Blood comes in and filter out, and clean blood will come to circulation. And waste and toxin will come to this long piping called the renal tubule. Depending on how close they are to the glomerulus, the part close to the glomerulus is called the proximal tubule. Proximal tubule has many important functions listed here, but I want to mention that those are very important functions such as reabsorption. It can reabsorb fat, glucose, amino acids, and other useful stuff. It can secrete vitamins, uric acid, and also it can regulate the immune system and producing 125 hydroxyl vitamin D. So before I talk about how to build the artificial kidney, I will talk about what the conventional artificial kidney looks like. The conventional artificial kidney is also known as renal dialysis machine. The main component is oil fiber cartridge. The thing is it contains a huge surface area of oil fiber material to do the filtration function of the kidney. So the blood will come in, the toxin will pass through, and the clean blood will come back to the human bodies. And you can see here, that's right, showing that why people who has a kidney failure need to go to the kidney dialysis center 3 times a week. One of the toxins called the BUN is the blood urine nitrogen, BUN. If this BUN level is very high, then it's toxic. People may have heart failure, may have other problems. So that's why when the BUN level is high, the patient needs to go to the dialysis center, and then the BUN level goes down after dialysis. You go up as time goes on, and after another dialysis, you go back again. You can see it's always fluctuation, but it does save millions of people's lives, and this is only good for chronic renal failures. Another problem is acute renal failure. It caused by, for example, if a person did the wrong thing, it can cause this acute renal failure. This is really a bad condition. The mortality rate, the death rate is very high. It's over 50%. And if you use conventional artificial kidney, it doesn't help. Yeah, so you really need to develop another machine. So this is why we come up with the idea called non-artificial kidney. The initial idea is initiated by Professor David Hughes at the University of Michigan. It composed of two parts. One is the conventional artificial kidney, and the second one, you have the cartridge, same cartridge, but you also put the proximal tubular cells. In this case, we call the HPCs, human proximal tubular cells. Hopefully, with these cells, we want to get other functions. As I mentioned earlier, reabsorption, secretion, in addition to the filtration function. With this, we hope we can improve the treatment to those patients who have acute renal failure. And many Hughes group have done the phase 2 clinical trial. It shows significant effects on the long-term survival. However, they did a longer time experiment, so that actually there's no difference. So they discontinued this project. That's why in Singapore we started to work on this, and we found out actually it's very essential to get a success for this project. We need to get a simple renal epithelium with nice tight junctions. You see here it's pretty much like a puzzle. So each piece representing renal epithelial cells. The green line shown here is called the one is a marker for tight junction. When you have this very well differentiated renal epithelial layer, then only water salt, small molecule can really passing through this cell layer, and the large molecule like the proteins will remain. So that's the essential thing to make a success of this BAK, we call it in short for artificial kidney, to be successful. So people usually do, the first thing is do different coatings to improve their cell performance. So we also did that. This has been published in the Journal of Biomaterials in 2009. We tried different coatings such as nitrogen, poly-D-lysine, poly-lysine, polyreform. Each blue dot representing the cell nucleus, and the white one representing dead cells. You can see that even for the polyreform, the cell performance are not good. And just to remember, I want to emphasize that the cell are cultured on the tissue tissues, the tissue culture area. Material for the hollow fiber cutting that's used for the artificial kidney. So how about the primary materials used for the hollow fiber cutting? We did the same culture experiments on those different primary materials. You can see that the cell performance is really bad. This is the control, the petri dish. You can see nice the staining, meaning the hydration flow. Well, you see other primary materials not good. The best one is the polyester transfer membrane, but this is not used for whole fiber cartridge because the pore size are too big. We have to improve the performance on polyisotopic and polysulfone materials. So that is the first compromise thing to solve. The first thing we need is to do a simple extracellular matrix coating. Extracellular molecules secreted by cells, which can help the cell growth and other things. Extracellular matrix is short called ECM. We use here is collagen 4, collagen 1, and the combination of collagen 4 and laminin. As two materials, one is polyisotopic, the material for hollow fiber cartridge. The other one is PT, the material for transfers. You can see that four ways culture, culture. The cell growth fiber, this material is not used for the PT material. We see that the cell count is really low, even after 4 weeks culture, and they're even lower compared to the tissue density. So that means with the extracellular matrix coating, we cannot solve this problem. So with that, use surface modification. In this case, there are many methods of surface modification. In this process, using supersol alpha in short water or dopamine. What do you think about using DOTA? Okay, there is one paper published in 2007 by Professor of Statistics at the University, Northwestern University. And they found that actually the DOTA, the extraction from the sea mussels. Sea mussels, we know that they stick to many things, right? And the beauty of these materials is very simple. By simply putting in the dopamine solution, after 1 day, you can see the color change. That's the indication for the success of a surface coating. And not only the color change, other surface property change such as hydrophilicity, the surface functionality. I don't want to mention too much in this presentation, but if you're interested, I'll talk about more after this. So we found that simple ECM coating, extracellular matrix coating doesn't work, really because they don't absorb well on the polysulfone, polyisosulfone, membranes. How about we do this called double coating? So that means we first introduce DOTA coating on the surface. Since this layer is very sticky, and then we put ECM coating, in this case carbon 4. For that, we can really improve the performance of epithelial cells. As you can see, PSPVP and PSFPVP, we do the double coating. It shows the nice L1 junction shown here. Yeah, we really solve the problem. Okay, recently another book from Netherlands published paper in scientific report. We use the same method, the double coating method, to coat the whole fiber. The previous work was done flat membranes. This is whole fiber. You can see that they form nice renal epithelia in the whole fiber, both showing here the micrograph and also these staining pictures. So that means not just our group, other group use this method and really works to solve the problem, to improve the performance of renal epithelial cells. Okay, next we use this DOTA coating to culture the human pluripotent stem cells. Human pluripotent stem cells have been cultured on the filler layers, on mesodermal coatings, but our system is totally synthetic, and we use the total chemically defined culture media. As you can see, this DOTA coating with time, the color changes, and the surface density of functional group is increased over time. And you can see that all the, in this case, we use two stem cells, all the stem marker like OX4, NANOG, SD4, they are expressed, and you can see nice quantities. So really, this can support long-term culture of human pluripotent stem cells for 10-20%.
Can I ask something here? Do you include also pluripotent stem cells? Let's say.
We don't use mesenchymal stem cells for this case. But
I know I wonder in principle about mesenchymal stem cells. They can also respond to the same way.
In principle, yes. Yes. Because it's more difficult to culture ES cells, IGS cells. Yes, mesenchymal stem cell I culture personally on the microcarriers. So those are more perfect. But those data can be
It's interesting because, like in my extension, the attributes of the surface characteristics of this report, about the one hand maintaining the stainless, and on the other hand, really prescribing the differentiation path. Because
it is a lot of recently in Biomaterials using method of polygonal coating. This time they treat different surfaces such as glass, PMS, titanium. You see all the support long-term self-renewal of those humans reported themselves. Yeah, of course, they use as a marker here. Yeah. This is showing that not our group, other group use this dopamine coating can really improve the surface, really improve the cell performance such as kidney cells, and in this case, human stem cells. Yeah. Okay, with that, I will switch here talking about other things which are quite hot in the area of biomaterial science. Is topography. And over the years, actually, people find that certain geometry or pattern favor the cell growth. For example, for heart tissue, this channel surface really help for the cardiovascular cells growth, and you can get synchronized cell beat using this kind of surface. Around tissue engineering, they found this kind of pattern with groove and carriage. It's really good for the neuronal cell growth to form a nice connection between the neuronal cells. For embryos, it's really good using the leaf structure, and it can form the embryos nicely. And they are good for different geometry. That's one thing we learned in the past. Another paper comes they construct a topographic biomaterial library. You see, they use a combination of different shapes, such as triangle, circular shape, rectangular shape, and they do different combinations and put everything on a chip. This is called a topo chip. And then you put, for example, mesenchymal stem cells and say how they react to this pattern. And they found that certain surface features favor the osteogenic differentiation, and it is good for the bone mineral, so on and so forth. This is just one thing, but you never know what kind of combination is good enough. So, but now it's better than one. The previous slides I want to show one. You change flat surface to smooth surface or channel surface. But now we are capable of using combination. But this is not. This is just in the middle. Yeah, we need to further improve it to get the best surface feature for the medical device implants. And this is ongoing. I talked about the present materials, how about the future materials. I think here also use the 3D bioprinting. The 3D bioprinting is getting very hot recently because the pattern just getting expired, and a lot of researchers can start doing it again because they hold pattern for a very long time. And bioprinting is very interesting. Tony Akala gave a nice review on this paper, Nature of Biotech in 2014. They summarize everything. Basically, right now, the printer available now is three types. Either it's an inject printer. Initially, they just use the inject printer for the bioprints instead of putting other things to do cells and typical process, we need to take an image of the thing you want to print. For example, here, you take an image, and then you use computer to design it. And then step 3 is important. You select the right material. This is very important about ink. Now the available material is very limited. I'll talk about more in the next slide. And also you need to select the right cell for different purpose. For example, for here the cartilage, you need to not put the cartilage cell, the bone cells, and so forth. Then you print it. And then last thing, you apply it. Either you do it for the in vitro testing. Now people are using it for the drug testing, the toxicity testing. And several successful stories have been done. For example, two-dimensional like skin and cartilage. See, L'Oreal really created this large piece of two-dimensional skin and use it for cosmetic tests because they don't want to use animal tests anymore. So the country, like European country, look at how people use animal tests, and this is the alternative for this. And hollow tubes, for example, like This one has been done in recently, clinical trial, small trial. And soil organ printing technique is also has been done by Tony Akatsu. They don't do any implantation right now. They only use it for the drug testing because the network toxicity is very important. People first only focus on the liver, but now people think other organs are very important, like the heart, like the kidney, those are important as well. Those are the major players right now, the printer available. I don't want to go into detail, but Squarespace wants to improve it. The major issue, like this takes a lot of table from this paper, a lot of things, but most important thing is biomaterials. Right now, finding the perfect biomaterial scouting is a very important issue. So for the next few slides, I'll talk about type of material. It's a peptide-based material I worked in the last few years. So the beauty of peptide-based material is it's made of amino acid that can be easily recognized by human body. Polymer, metals, those are cannot be recognized by our body, and it goes through the foreign body reaction. And that's why a lot of people think about using peptide-based materials for the next generation of materials. There are several examples already published in the literature. I won't go to details, but I will talk to you briefly. The first material is developed by school at MIT. They produce this material called RADA. It has the alternative RNA. Each letter representing one amino acid. You can find it in the textbook. And after they make this, they find that the material from nurse and can use for and there is that delivery. The other material is called peptide, developed by Schneiderson, and it's also used for the cell culture and for another type, the third type by Wolfson group is called alpha helical peptide. They also form this nice fiber and used for the cell growth differentiation. As you can see, all these peptides have more than 10 amino acids. Let's come with ultra subsample peptide. Amino acid. And showing example last here. The design rationale is to decrease the hydrophobicity from this end to this end, and then it will form nice hydrogel that I'll show later. This is the secondary structure determined by the safety spectrum, and it forms beta-terminal values, and confirmed by X-ray synchrotron. And how they are assembled in water, we collaborate with computer scientists. You see that in each representing one peptide molecule, they anti-parallel pack together and form this structure, and they form this nice fiber. And this is the scanning electron microscope structure picture showing the nerve fiber. The dimension is only a few nanometers. And the larger scales you see is a honeycomb scaffold structure. And by naked eye, you see that it's forming the hydrogel. Okay, this is also a stimulated response to the hydrogel. So that means if you change the dilation solution from water to saline to phosphate buffer, it can change the mechanical property of this material, and it almost gel instantly. I have a video here, but it doesn't work well with this computer. Sorry, skip this. But trust me, they can instantly gel. When you mix this peptide solution with saline, it will gel instantly. So we want to use this material for clinical applications. The first thing, the beauty of it, as I mentioned, is only composed of 3 to 7 amino acids. So compared to other more than 10 amino acid peptides, they're relatively low cost, and you can synthesize it and control the material purity, and it's purely synthetic material. You can sample in situ to form the hydrogel, and see the fibrous structure, and this is the Mexican stem cell culture on these hydrogel materials. This one also can be easily sterilized. We use different method, UV, autoclave, and the untreated one you see from NMR spectrum. They don't change the chemical structure much. And also for the mechanical stress, when we do the rheology, it can change the mechanical property when we simply change the solution. It can be up to 90 kilopascals, which is one of the hardest hydrogel we can do compared to other peptide materials. And the other thing we do, in order to use it for clinical application, we want to test the biocompatibility, meaning that we implant this material first to a small animals, in this case rats. There is any significant, set effects such as hemolysis, immunogenic response. We don't see anything from that. But even larger animals, in pig, we also don't see any toxicity, and this is really safe to use this material. And we also, in our group, we found more than 2-year shelf stability study. This is relatively stable, and it can do things. I just want to quickly summarize the possibility of the biomedical application with this material. First, you inject to the spinal cord, and then use it for the CD cell substrate, for example, mesenchymal stem cell, embryonic stem cells. Can use for delivery different therapeutic compounds. It can use this chemical structure to be used as a sample itself can be used as a therapeutics as well. That's why not least you can use as a biosensor to really detect certain biomolecules. Okay, with that, I want to quickly summarize what we can do with this peptide material in future directions. First thing, we can simply modify the peptide. We have this decreasing of hydrophobicity, and we can put other functional groups and to functionalize material. And secondly, we can make a fibrate gels, and in this case, but we can really improve the fibrate, and also we can, instead of using natural amino acid, we can use synthetic amino acid for proceeding on the functionalization. Again, for the drug delivery, use it as and use it to make different nanostructures. You can see those things have been done in the literature. We hope to use our material to do the same. Last but not least, we can use organic solvent to make organomaterials. So, for example, other people in our institute use it to extract oil to clean the water because the oil spill problems, and use peptide as the organogel to extract oil. It's one of the efficient ways. So with that, I want to thank the authors, but remember that please reach down those are the authors when I did my PhD work at the University of Washington. Charlotte Hauser, peptide material, now she is in the House University, and he and Chen work on the peptide material together. And the work I didn't show today is non-linear optical materials. I did with those people. And the key work, we work with a lot of people. This is a 5-year project I did in Singapore. So with that, I want to thank you for your attention, and I'll be happy to take your questions. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Lee, with this wide overview, and I think quite educational for many of us who are from this field. So please, now it's time to ask your questions or your remarks.
So from the beginning, what is the dysfunctionality and how can it be locally repaired? Or you do not really do anything therapeutic about the kidney, but you put small
In this, it's more like cell therapy. We do in this case, kidney cells, to the whole fiber. Hopefully, the cells will do other function, which is easy for the simple kidney dialysis. The kidney dialyzer may have a filtration function, but other functions, I mentioned briefly here, the resorption function, the metabolic function, modulatory function, those are easy. We hope by introducing those cells, we can reclaim those functions. Yeah, but the initial thinking that the potential patients we want to treat is the patient who had acute renal failure. The mortality rate is really over 50%. So that's why we want to use bioartificial kidney. With bioartificial kidney, the clinical phase 2 initial study they show significant improvement, but later they found after they get all the data, you see people respond to this treatment. Many things. It's very complex, but hopefully with this nice, well-differentiated renal epithelium layer, we hope we can gain back other function of kidney, artificial kidney epithelium.
But when you say you introduce cells,
Yes.
Cells are not biomaterials, are they also biomaterials?
Cells you can also consider as biomaterials. Yeah, this is
semantics.
Yeah,
in a philosophy class, we are in a science center. But if I may explain a little bit, I believe that this is really archetypical of the need whenever we don't really, we are not really capable of reproducing very minutely this fantastic material that is made by nature. And the proximity that you show, to take out the waste, this means that you are going to have to reinforce, because you want to be functional, to reinforce this with some cells. And therefore you have a bioartificial. Bioartificial means that you have the biomaterial, but you also have the cells. Or a part of the tissue.
I want to add on that as I first introduced the definition of biomaterial, cell is also a thing, right? It also interact with other cells, and it also has a therapeutic effect. One of the major topics right now. Some people don't believe it, but people still using cell therapy. The surgeons simply inject cells to patients. Hopefully, they can get some therapeutic effect. But those are still questionable. But that's why people like surgeons, they really want to use biomaterials. The reason cell therapy will fail because when you inject those cells, millions of cells into the body, 99% of cells die easily because they are not recognized by the body. They are simply killed by our immune system. So that's why you need to have kind of like an armor to protect it being attacked by our body self-defense system. So that's why those surgeons really want to use biomaterials. But still now you see very good success already. It's nice work in the laboratory, but in the clinical side, you see the complex things. even it works well for one patient, it may not work for the other patient. That's why people think about carefully choose the patient based on certain category, age, race, different things. People already know, for example, Caucasian and the Chinese, the gene is different, and the response to certain drugs are different. So if you choose randomly all kinds of people, you will not get the effect you want. So those are the things that people are studying right now. But definitely there's a future for the cell therapy. Yeah. Thank you.
Questions, please?
Yeah. But don't you worry about becoming an implant made of amino acids peptides?
Yeah.
Being degraded by proteases.
Yes, this is one of the things, the degradation, biodegradation. Another thing that actually is also a hot topic is Alzheimer's disease and heart disease, that make amyloid and also prions and tau peptide proteins, we call it. And those are the other things really the concern right now. So that's why even we need a lot of animal study to try to show it is safe, but still it's still in the early stage. Yeah, you don't know the long effect because you want to inject those biomaterials in the bodies, and it will possibly it will go to the brain and cause other problems. Those things you cannot do a simple test in the research lab. But those are very good questions.
So I was thinking if you can use print the amino acid version, the one that is not recognized.
Okay, so that's why I think actually we have also R&D for this, both show nicely all the mechanical properties, other properties, hydrogen. The D is really good, yeah, because that's exactly only our funcking right? Yeah. Thank you.
One last question.
Okay, this is what we have.
Yeah.
Okay, the generation, how fast it is. Can you close a wound?
Close the
A
wound.
wound, like a wound, like the
Oh, we did that recently published paper use the peptide. We are also doing that. The results not so impressive, but people have done that to close the wound instantly. And then there's another Nature paper published by I think by French scientists. They use simple silica nanoparticles. The particle size really make the difference. They use those to yes, yeah, yeah. So more like
It's based on, let's say, biomechanical of typically 3 amino acid peptides like this, and the other ones that are prevalent, for example, in collagen or in other extracellular proteins.
those are exactly not.
Are they like at least mimicking or more or less fitting, let's say, the biomolecular definition manner like those?
Microbius group at which university? Johns Hopkins University. They did that, and they're really mimicking collagen 1. We can also be degraded by collagen S. So that one is the best so far, the pattern material. Our material, yeah, we are trying to use the chemical way to modify it. As the bomb to try to, then we can degrade it like that way.
Other points? I have a question about the more about the strategy in the context of what is an regulatory acceptable or not. For example, you mentioned the nitrogen, and many of us looked at mammalian culture, including stem cell cultures. But then when you start looking at it, you see that it's a biomaterials. I'm wondering if candidates for this type of functionality would be as good or hopefully even better than matrix, but still not be a valuable origin. Is it possible?
Yeah, that's why I mentioned Vada. Vada also already commercialized by one company. We decided it as an alternative to Metrogel. Metrogel was mentioned that it's from animal origin, and people really want to know it. So that's why people really keen to get the totally synthetic material like Vada or our material possibly. There are companies interested in there, but not fully commercialized. Yeah, it's showing in the research lab really good for stem cell culture, including mesenchymal stem cells. But yeah, still.
I have another question because this is preoccupying us, our groups and our collaborators. So, most of this work, I understand, with the exception perhaps of artificial kidney, is static. In other words, we don't see the interaction with flow, with shear stress in the flow field. So I was wondering if in the design of biomaterials like the ones you showed, both other many groups, we can have some principles from the mechanical induction that can bring about distinct of cells, especially in the differential products like cells.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Well, you come to the example, the dynamic culture. We found that really this is the case. Recently, the families with another institute tried to build a device to test the toxicity, including the blood vessel and the liver together. So culture is dynamic culture and the chip, lab chip. Found that under flow, those endothelial cells can flow away simply because the cell stress is killing them, it's pushing them, peeling them off. So one of the beauty of the local coating, if you try it, apply it, then it really can improve it. And under the dynamic culture, that's really improve the example performance. So really those things to consider. Everything you do in the lab, in the very beginning, you should consider those things. So I suggest you do really good in 2D, in the dynamic aesthetic culture, but may not be good in 3D and dynamic culture. So those things we need to consider in the very beginning before we dive in.
In fact, that it's not only in flow situations like in the body, like with the circulation, but also if you want to propagate and make enough cells for cell therapy, you need to put them in the reactor.
Yes.
So there you have to really consider the microenvironment, the distribution.
And the protection of the cells, they will grow in combinations, spores, and those things are cannot exist.
Yeah, it's interesting because
Yeah.
this is a very fertile area.
Yeah.
And I would think that perhaps the students, but all of us, would appreciate from this the beauty of the interdisciplinary areas. Here, we dealt at least with 4 or 5 areas. We dealt with the chemistry, the conception of the synthesis and the design, with the biology, because of course you are in contact with cells and tissues, with possibly physical aspects like flow, like the static, hydrostatic pressure, at least, let alone, of course, not to forget the math, but you have a plethora of data that you need to make sense out of them, so you need to have the tools so that you can apply them to make sense out of all these data. Okay, if there are no other questions, I want to thank our speaker again, and also you for your attention. Thank you. Okay. This one's about because while we're surprised, we found that they have the most fantastic spiky. Because the best of the ones that we love, nice, spreading, yet at the same time, you maintain the active resistance. You maintain the active but gives us for the stem. Yes. Okay, we are going to meet together. Because they're all
My Gmail, that'll be easy to reach me. But when I'm in China, then I have difficulty to reach emails. Yeah, sometimes I can think dot SG dot. I don't remember. I don't remember. If this is one level, one level, I don't know the date yet. So if then we can really discuss about the kind of I think it's interesting. Yeah, we can work on this event.
I want to try to see what the song with radio or the screen.
Yeah. And also I work on looking and be interesting. Yeah, it's okay. I think in modern time, you're always easy. To work in the work, yeah. Let me yes, this is what makes sense. Well,